This is Mariam here from We Don't Care magazine, and we are here at Video Games Live. And as you can see behind me, there are a lot of gamers and game enthusiasts here. So let's have a look around, and then we have the chance to talk with the mastermind behind VGL, Tommy Tallarico. Have fun.
What can people expect from Video Games Live?
Yeah, so Video Games Live is all the greatest video game music of all time, played by a full symphony and choir. But what makes it really special and unique is that everything's completely synchronized to massive video screens and rock and roll lighting and special effects and stage show production and interactive elements with the crowd. So I kind of like to describe it as having all of the power and emotion of a symphony orchestra, but combined with the energy and excitement of a rock concert, mixed together with all the cutting edge visuals and interactivity and technology and fun that video games provide. So when I first, I've been a video game composer for over 25 years, and when I first created Video Games Live over 13 years ago, my goal was I wanted to prove to the world how culturally significant and artistic video games have become. But I also wanted to help usher in a whole new generation of young people around the world to appreciate the symphony, appreciate the arts and the orchestra. So
you will release level 4 soon with the help of Kickstarter. What is the major difference to the last 3 albums?
Yeah, so level 4 was released a few weeks ago, and the thing on level 4 is now that we've done 4 albums, we're really starting to get into some stuff that, you know, people might not typically think that they would hear on a video game album. For example, you know, our first couple albums, it was Mario and Warcraft and Zelda and, you know, all the kind of the main themes of all those things, Halo, you know, Castlevania, Mega Man. But now that we're into kind of level 4, you know, we're doing, one of my favorites on the album is this amazing version of Donkey Kong Country. We're doing, although we did Zelda on level 4, but we did kind of a Zelda lullaby and Skyward Sword kind of thing. We did Final Fantasy VI opera, the opera aria, but we kind of do it as a remix with the orchestra. So it's kind of like got drum beats and bass behind it with a symphony. You know, things like Uncharted and Assassin's Creed, Cave Story, League of Legends. You know, we've done Metal Gear Solid in the past, but this time we did Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, with a big orchestra and amazing blues singer. And so yeah, I mean, we're really able, Earthworm Jim, a game that I worked on, you know, so as the albums progress, you know, we're kind of getting into some really kind of, you know, specific stuff now, which really the hardcore fans go crazy for, because at this point, you know, even though we were the first to do it, but at this point there's probably, you know, 10 different versions of Mario and the orchestra, or Zelda doing an orchestra, or Final Fantasy orchestra, you know. So to be able to kind of do these kind of, you know, more granular, smaller games is really cool. And already we've started talking about level 5 and getting into things like, you know, Phoenix Wright and Earthbound, Mother, Okami, and Devil May Cry, and Katamari Damacy, and, you know, kind of doing all these, you know, Legend and Secret of Mana. So many great things out there that we still haven't, you know, touched on that are out there. That so, you know, every year we'll get, you know, we kind of get more and more into the hardcore stuff, which I think people love the most.
In 2013, you had this very interesting TED Talk, and you talked a lot about the whole violence in games controversy.
Yeah.
And today the focus seems to be more on sexism in gaming.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
What are your thoughts on that?
Gosh, it's a great question. Yeah, I kind of went from violence to sexism. You know, what's interesting is when you go to a Video Games Live, you'll see about 40% of the audience tonight will be female. I look around this room, all the journalists here, there's just as many girls as there is guys, right? So I think it's a fallacy to say that, you know, and we're selling ourselves short as an industry when we say that, oh, video games are just for teenage boys. You know, now, are some of the best-selling games targeted more towards males, maybe like a Call of Duty or something like that? Yeah, probably, but, you know, boys like to blow shit up, and girls like to create, you know? And I find myself liking games that females are more attracted to. Games like Kingdom Hearts or Shadow of the Colossus. Puzzle games, solving games, thing where you have to use your mind and you're creating things, The Sims, you know, stuff like that. And so, but yeah, boys just like blowing stuff up. Not to say there aren't some amazing female Halo players out there that can frag my ass like crazy. But I think it, you know, but if you look at the statistics, 49% of gamers now are female. And that includes online and mobile phone and this and that. So it's really 50-50, right? I love to see more females creating games because I think they bring a different mentality to things. Again, girls like to create, boys like to destroy.
If you can choose a video game character here, what would you like to be? Or who would you like to be?
I'm a fan of the Old West. You know, so Red Dead Redemption would be pretty darn fun, I think, you know, to really live that. But then again, I'm a short Italian, so that's kind of Mario. It's a short Italian. Actually, you know what? You want to know one of my favorite video game characters? And it's not because of sex or anything, but Lara Croft. I'm a huge fan of Lara Croft, the comic books, the character. I'm also a fan of Danger Girl, which is it's kind of a comic book, series. But I just thought it was so cool when Lara Croft came around. Not only was it one of the first, 3D games and stuff, but I just think, showing women in that role, that kind of strong leader role, was so cool to me. And it's not just because she had big boobs, like I said, it was to see, I even enjoyed the movies, didn't love them, but they were pretty good. And I really like the comic book, actually, the comic series from Top Cow. But yeah, it's one of my favorite characters, I think, and especially I like how they kind of redid her recently as well, too, made her more real as opposed to like a Barbie doll, So even the newer Lara Croft stuff, I really dig a lot. Man, I love the game.
Awesome performance, awesome show, definitely a must see. Thanks guys for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and see you next time.